going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 41, here's second down and 5. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A tackle made there by Caden Stearns.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they go play action with Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Cole Turner, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Seriously? Not even a play?
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. Yeah, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom...
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They'll go play action. Howell rolling to his right. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 34 yards. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Now he's free to midfield, and they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Off play action. It's Howell. This will be caught. It's Samuel. A good pickup there at 22.
Samuel gets him a first, and he's somebody's valued for more than just his receiving work. Sure, he had over 600 yards, but he also had almost 200 rushing yards, and the team loves using him as an additional ball carrier.
Howell throwing on first down here. Flush to his right. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Gibson, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
One more time with Gibson. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Powell, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He played well last week, had the pick 6 around the football again. Couldn't quite come up with the interception, though.
Didn't get that one, but you just know that that's what he's itching for, and that's what the whole team's itching for. I know the night before games, a lot of them show video of the best plays of the previous week. His pick 6, guaranteed, was on that. Good memories for him.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th.
Down and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Running free at the 45. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Powell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Powell. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. 2nd and 10, Howell. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run with Gibson. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Tigers nothing.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They give it to Williams running right. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
The Commanders pick over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll start with the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Flushed out right. Turner's got it on the crossing route. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Throwing here, Howell. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have opened the lead up to 30. Badgley on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
31. Tigers nothing.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now Wilson. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Wilson will throw again. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Faking the handoff, Howell. And his throw here's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Thomas brings it in. Give him 30 yards there.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders have got it on cruise control. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Get ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll air this one out for Mims. And now here is another interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout.
A chance to
As
dry
we'll send you
out,
cross
maybe
town to
change
our
their
studios
cleats
here
if
in
need be.
Orlando and
But
check
halftime's
in with
just
the
about
coach
over.
at
Time to
our
get back
EA
to
Sports
it.
halftime
And for the call of
report.
the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10
Oh, take it to the house.
at their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And my goodness, another interception. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
A toss left side for Gibson. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's Howell. Over the middle, open is Thomas. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
Howell. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Brett Maher on for the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Howell. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but I admire the effort.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll walk.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. That one goes for 24 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. To throw is Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Williams will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Williams again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go play action. Howell. Escaping the pressure right. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Patrick Surtain, the all-pro corner, up to make the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, here's Gibson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Once more, Gibson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 86 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a first down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And this one is no good. He missed it. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.